Okay, folks, we are live here with Quantum Leap Live. We're actually on YouTube today, and then we'll put this right up on Facebook as a live video after the fact. So sorry for the delay, and let me kill this background noise. YouTube today, and then we'll put this right up on Facebook. Okay. Good. Well, Gail, Nott, welcome, and Corey, welcome. If you guys don't mind just introducing yourself real quick, and also telling us a little bit about your exciting Lyft platform and maybe some of the other stuff that you do as well.
Corey, you go first. Okay, I'm co-host here with David. I'm Corey Nott and visionary business coach with Take Wing Coaching. And today we have my lovely wife and business partner who can introduce herself.
Yes, hi, I'm Gail. Corey's, as Corey mentioned, his wife and business partner for Take Wing Coaching. And we are business coaches for purpose-driven consultants, coaches, service providers, solopreneurs who want to grow their business with great clients.
Okay, perfect. And we're just glad to have you back, because we always talk about Lyft, and you're kind of the other big piece of Lyft in terms of the development of this extraordinary platform. And it's really transformed my business and the business of a lot of other people in our network. If you don't mind just telling us a little bit about your story and kind of how you got to be doing what you do, Gail, and then just bring us up to date too with what you currently do.
Yeah, well, I always knew I wanted to be self-employed, and I started my first business in my 20s without a lot of support or mentoring or knowledge. I just knew that I can do what I did, but I didn't necessarily know how to grow my business. Excuse me. Eventually, I got consulting, coaching, mentoring, and that helped me take my business to the next level. But I wanted to help business owners like me back when I first started to get that same kind of coaching and mentoring, consulting at an affordable rate that fits their budget when you're just starting out. So Corey and I have been doing business coaching and consulting for the last 8 years, I believe now, Corey. And
Nine years.
9 years. And we started out with another coaching company that focused more on in-person workshops, but because the topic was on networking, which is usually done in person. And we branched off on our own about 4 years ago to start our own business, have it more online before the pandemic hit. So we already had experience of running coaching programs using Zoom and online platforms. When the pandemic did start, we decided to jump forward and start an online community, which we had planned, but because of what we were all dealing with now, we pushed it forward to move it faster and launch it sooner and build an online community for our clients, our consultants, coaches, solopreneurs, service providers, so that we would have each other. We would have a platform that was outside of, for example, Facebook. A lot of people are more familiar with things like Facebook groups, but I find Facebook to be distracting. A lot of our clients actually don't like Facebook or don't use Facebook. So we decided to use a separate platform that is independent of ads, and you could just go in, focus on business, and then be able to log back out, not have to worry about being stuck on social media. So we decided to move our coaching program through Lyft and have more of a membership model. Business owners can pay anywhere from $15 to $90 a month so that we can support them through this coaching, consulting, training, learning how to grow business, how to actually get clients, how to market your business through this platform.
Yeah, it's really just a beautiful platform. If people haven't been on that, we'll put the link to your website to how to sign up for it. And I believe you do have a trial, but if you go in there, it's really this community of, purpose-driven entrepreneurs, which we have a lot of folks in our network, and we see a lot of folks around the Bay Area, and there's really nothing else like it, from what I've seen. And I just love that, how it's set up, so you have all these modules that you can do self-guided, but then you guys are so available in the office hours, in the events and the specialized workshops that you do. And I, for example, look forward to putting on, a little workshop or being part of a type of workshop that is for our collaboration with my new Rising Star program. So I just think there's just huge potential there for collaboration and growth. And it's just a great community of folks. So do check that out. I did want to just ask you about what you see are the key challenges for small business, and how this Lift community helps small businesses confront those challenges.
Right. That's a great question. Probably when you're first starting out, it's just getting clients. How do you get clients beyond the people you already know? Often people rely on networking and referrals, which is a great way to get clients, but it's not the only way. And often when we do find these ways of getting clients, we're not necessarily consistent in doing it. Our message may not be very clear. We may try to get anyone and everyone to be a client because we have a little bit of, dare I say, a little bit of desperation energy to grab every client we can get, because you never know what the economy is going to be like. So I feel that when small businesses are just starting out, or even during challenging times like these, we may fall into these bad habits of feast and famine, of get all the clients we can get, not worrying about price, trying to undercut our competition and charge less than what we would usually charge, get all these clients that we may not even really connect with. And then we're overwhelmed with work at a really low pay. I've done this before earlier in my business, where if you divided the hours I was working by the amount I made, I was actually making less than minimum wage at times. So I think that's a trap that small business owners can face, especially when we're service-based. When we provide a service, when we equate our time to money, we can fall into that trap. So I know you asked for one trap, but probably the biggest ones is exchanging time for money. So we get stuck in what's called the owner's trap. We get a little desperate when it comes to getting clients, and we get as many clients as we can get who may not necessarily be a great fit. We may also start discounting our services instead of really charging what we're worth and charging for the value we're providing for our clients. So with Lyft, I mentioned I wanted to make sure that coaching consulting was accessible and affordable to everyone. How we decided to scale our business was to create this group program and make us still accessible so people can message us anytime. They can ask questions in the forum anytime of the day, 24/7. And then we're able to reply back to those answers when it works for us. Sometimes we can answer a question over the weekend, sometimes we can't, but definitely during the week, during our work hours. So we're able to answer those questions. And then we have a group coaching call once a week where we provide a little bit of training and answer those group coaching calls. One thing that's coming up, and you're part of this too, David, is in order to continue scaling so the business isn't just dependent on myself and Corey, we're bringing in other coaches and consultants to support our clients and our members. One of our newest people he actually started as a Lyft member, and now he's one of our support coaches, is Randy Lyman, who provides local SEO for businesses. So he hosts a monthly SEO and writing mastermind. So for business owners who've been thinking that, well, I can't afford to hire a digital marketer, I can't afford to hire a SEO company, you can actually get one-on-one training. Well, sometimes one-on-one, usually group training with an SEO specialist just by being a Lyft member, just starting at our monthly fee. So that's one way that we're able to both help lots of people, and especially our small business owners who are just starting out, but also it allowed us to scale our business so that Corey and I are not working 80, 90 hours a week at minimum wage or less, but be able to help a lot of people grow our business and really help business owners grow and fulfill that vision that they have for themselves.
Beautiful. And just a quick time check. We have about 8 minutes. I'm going to turn it over to Corey.
Yeah. So I think we covered a lot of the questions that we had, right? So we had the most difficult things. And so one of the things that we've got going on is Gail kind of alluded to, is a couple of different tiers, and we may be adding more even to that. But, this is how can we give value and also meet some budgets? We've been talking to some people, right, who don't have any clients yet, or had clients who were, friends and family, and that's dried up, and now they're like, scrambling for income. And we do want to help those people. I think there's, a lot of people who feel like they have a purpose and something to create, or maybe it's a side gig and they're kind of lost with it, but they know it can be something great. And, so income can be limited, or they just want to try it out, and if they're willing to take the time. So we're launching this new tier of Lyft called Runway. And so Gail, how would you suggest people can get great clients now using that?
The Runway tier, which is brand new, it's not publicly launched yet, but if you did go to our website, you could sign up right away. We wanted to create a level of the membership for the business owners who are either just starting out or really struggling and want support in their business. So this tier is only at $15 a month. And that comes with a mini course called Get Great Clients Now that they can implement. It's only 6 modules. They can do it step by step to really focus on getting some private high-end clients to both stabilize their income. And as you stabilize that income, it increases your confidence in your business, as you're able to live that vision. You're able to support these clients that you've been wanting to help. And it's done in a way so that you can get out of this famine cycle of your business. So that's coming up. It comes with that mini course, and it comes with a live stream Q&A with myself or Corey every week. So that's something that we feel that every business owner can fit into their budget. And if they're willing to do the work, will make a difference in their business.
Great. I did have one additional clarification. I know Corey explains this very well too, but this concept of purpose-driven entrepreneurs, I know somebody hearing that for the first time, they might not understand what that is, but I find that to be such a powerful concept and such a important niche that Lyft fills. If you don't mind just clarifying kind of what that term means and why that makes you guys different.
Sure. It's different in a way. If we compared it to what I think would be the opposite, would be the money-driven entrepreneur, the one who is determined to make 6 figures or 7 figures or 8 figures, or to be the best known coach in the world, or to be able to fill those arenas with clients. Though there's nothing wrong with that kind of vision and goals if that's for you. It's not necessarily for me and Corey. It's not necessarily for our clients and our members. We connect with people who are driven by their passion and their purpose. The purpose drives them. They have a bigger vision and a message that they want to share to the world, and they know that their work can make their difference, that the service that they offer in their business can make a difference in the world. So that's what drives them. The challenge with that is because they're not money driven, they may be money challenged. So they may be not charging a lot. They may be giving their services away for free. They may be overworking for a client. And they can fall into some traps of maybe overpromising, being late on deadlines, signing on clients that you really, you kind of know you really can't help them, but it's just so hard to say no. You take on the project anyway because you think you're helping them, when it just makes the situation worse. So those are the challenges that our purpose-driven entrepreneurs, purpose-driven business owners tend to face. And we support them in taking a look at that, reframing it to what's possible, what they can do, and by step, and be able to charge their worth and clarifying their message and who the real client is, what problems they solve, they're able to build the business that they want to build.
Yeah, well put. Corey, if you have anything to add, feel free to jump in. I know we're about at time here, a couple minutes.
I would say a lot of the times they also struggle a lot with direction. It's just so many directions that they can go. It's if they're not the direction of money, then it's the direction of how do I do this? How do I do that? I can do this. And people tell them, do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. And it's just so many things on their plate. And so we can help them with that, creating that intention of, I'm going to go this direction. We have a number of tools to help them get that started. And then, then there's, the basic planning process, but I think there's so much more to it, especially when it's purpose driven. It's like, it's the big vision, it's the target market, it's the core values, it's all those things that we help them define so that now they feel like they can go one direction or maybe a couple of different directions, but not so many others that they're just kind of stuck in one place.
Yeah, I mean, I actually feel like a lot of the problems in the world out there in the corporate sector is really a decline in purpose-driven businesses that, core values and to have a positive purpose and not just about power, control, and making money. So, I really think small businesses can change the world. And, this platform is such a powerful vehicle for small business. It shouldn't be politically incorrect to support small business, in my opinion. 80% of businesses are small. So there's my little stump speech. But well, if you guys have any closing comments, feel free to make them. Otherwise, we're going to get to the ripple effect in a few minutes. Thank you.
Sure. My closing thought is just, if you're a business owner and you're feeling stuck, is to look for support. You don't have to do this by yourself. It's often easier to have that help. What one mentor told me is you can't read the label when you're inside the jar. So by having this outside perspective, you're able to see things in a different way and be able to move your business forward by getting that support.
Yeah. And I would suggest support from other positive business owners, even whether or not they're doing well or they're doing great, that's even better. But if they're positive and they believe in that, then they're not going to try to hold you back either too. I think there's definitely something to be said for surrounding yourself with the right people too.
Yeah. Well put. Well, with that, Gail, thanks so much for coming on. We will bring you on early next year to get the update on Runway and other programs. And sorry about that slight glitch with Facebook. I don't know what's going on.
No worries.
Great segment, and we'll get you the tape quick, and we'll talk to you soon.